photo cages. That's the one we use at the moment. There's no difference. It's basically just how steady your birds are, depends on which cage they're going. A lot of the pictures I've shown you today are not birds in show condition at all. They're dirty, they've not spotted out properly, and that's because it's the only time when I've been at home. I normally go home, get home at night, Friday night, mess around with birds, take a load of photographs, and that kind of thing over Saturday and Sunday, so we don't prepare the birds for photographs in effect. So very rarely are they in show condition for any of the photos. We have a timer dimming system for the lights. The main bird room, you don't need one, it's just a fancy thing. We've got a big hoover, so we hoover the bird room twice a day. Again, gets rid of all the dust. It's easier quicker than brushing up. We were using, or we still have this winnower, which is attached to the hoover here. Probably don't see it in here. And it's what we were doing for a number of years, is giving the breeding cages fresh seed every day, winnowing it, then chucking that in the flight. Now we've gone onto a system where we just use it once and then give it out to the wild birds. We put less food in the pots, so they eat 95% of the seed we put in the pots, so there's very little wastage. With the idea that they're always getting fresh seed. As soon as you start giving seed from one case to another, you're mixing up, putting droppings and everything in, so it's not a practice that we do anymore. We did make, years ago, Dad made this stainless steel spray cage. So we used to slide this, take a breeding cage front out, slide this whole cage into it, and then it's got two big dividers, one at each side. We used to just drive the birds in, spray the hell out of them, drive them out again onto the cleaner side. As I say, because we're now preparing the birds in the trolley cages, we don't use that at all. We have heating in the aviary, so it's set at about 8 degrees, so it rarely comes on. To be honest, mainly probably comes on at kind of midnight when we're not in the early hours of the morning. But again, that's just a luxury. That's for us rather than the birds. They don't need the heating. But they're as happy as Larry when the fans are blazing away and it's cold in there. They love it. It's just for our comfort. So this is a couple of years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago. So more modern birds, or more modern breeding. Grey cock, lacewings. So lacewings got a little bit bigger, a bit more head on them. This grey cock is 2015, so he's the oldest bird we paired up yesterday. Breeds like hell, really nice bird. He's out, you can see he's out this Moor House line. He bred us our probably best ever lacewing hen. So we use normal greys to lacewings, we use grey greens, we mix everything up. Opening cinnamon light green cock. Probably my favourite opening cinnamon light green cock we've ever bred. Really nice blowy head, stood like a trooper, bit too flexible going, did really well in the breeding cage, but was a kind of, just had a different head on it for us. It just had this kind of fan. When it blew over and did its thing, he was an amazing bird. So he bred for 2 years and then he died. So we're still using kind of grandsons of him and granddaughters now in our line. Grey hens, these are kind of average hens, the kind of hens that we want in the breeding cages. So you could go to some of these uglier rougher February birds. Grey cock, he bred us a really super cinnamon baby this year, which you'll see later on. Cinnamon blue, this hen did well for us at shows, won lots of CCs, lots of best young bird in shows. Really nice hen, didn't do that great in the breeding cage, we only got a couple of chicks off her. This is 2016 rung. This is a bird that's here today. So this opening cock's won 2 CCs here, 29 CCs.
It's got 29 CCs at the moment, and it's ring number on 5 of the CCs, so it would have had 30 odd.
Yeah, so it should have had 34 CCs, but the ring numbers are wrong. So 29 CCs, really nice bird. for an opening standard. This, I should say, this is a mixed weekly picture. I can't take pictures this good. So this was in, I think, here maybe last year or the year before. Really nice bird. Not the massivest, biggest headed bird, but everything's kind of in proportion. That's a full sister, which I think is twice as good. A little bit rougher. She won some best in shows for us, a couple of best opposite sexes, a lot of best young birds. Really, really nice hen, absolute nightmare in the breeding cage, aggressive. Didn't, was very colour specific in her choice to pair up to. So we ended up pairing it to birds we didn't want to pair up to because of the colour. Yeah, but you can't not try a hen like that. It's another brother. He did the best in the breeding cage for us in terms of the quality. He is lesser than the other two visually, but he bred better birds. This cobalt is the cobalt that was here last year that lost out on this for the best any Asian show to the Grey of McGovern's. Super bird, not in good nick here, he's got a massive hole on his head. But nice and wide, blows like hell when he's in good condition. He died about 4 weeks after the club show last year. Super bird, we bred off him, he was 2 years old when he came here. So we got lots of chicks off him that we were looking at yesterday pairing up. So he's lying still, he's like really good in the overs, lots of relatives of him. But really, definitely our best dark factor bird we've bred so far. This nice young, at the time, lace-wing hen, a nice big bird, nice wide head, starting to get a bit more feather around these birds. This is an outcross we bought in. So this is the only bird I've shown you that's not got our ring on it in effect. So this was off Alan Marchant a couple of years ago. Really nice sky blue yellow face. Paired it up, bred a load of yellow face hens off at the first round, changed the cock. We bred a super grey cock off it. And that, again, different line. They are slightly Muralsi in the background, but a lot narrower, longer feather in this line. You can see it here. Spots were terrible on it, so now we've been kind of working with this one's children and grandchildren to try and change the spot, and also to add a bit more here, coming across here. A nice cock bird. So we bred off him for a couple of years. Sky blue cock. This is off one off 50% Miller. This is off one of Richard's birds. Lacewings. This is a normal lacewing. Every other bird you've seen so far in lacewings have been openly cinnamon. This is a normal one. Young grey at the time. Another full brother to that last one. So this is split lacewing. Sky blue cock. This is one off the cobalt. This is the Lucky Lutino. This pops out of a grey-green and cinnamon grey paired together. One Lutino, but it was a good one. So we actually paired this to the opening dark green we showed you the pictures of before, and bred an opening cinnamon grey-green, which was split lacewing and split Lutino. Not as good as its parents. We only just made the kind of breeding team last year. This year it's gone. But super hen. Really big bird. If you're going to fold it, you can fold it probably for being a bit pale, probably because it's cinnamon. You can see the cinnamon in it. Really nice hen, kind of showy. She won, I think, 2 cc's here. And yeah, it's won 19 cc's for us. She's now dead. Grey cock, again, starting to get kind of more blow, more face on the birds. Cinnamon, split lacewing. Pied, out of a different line of pieds. This is out of one of the openings in grey green about 5 pictures ago. It's one of his daughters. this is off a grey-green cock I showed you before, and so he split lacewing, and an opaline cinnamon light green hen, which was brother to the opaline dark green cock and the opaline cinnamon grey hen, which is a good hen. And they bred this one. So this is split lacewing hen, another lacewing hen. And that's probably my favourite lacewing hen we've bred so far. She was here as a young bird. She dropped the tail between leaving our house and getting here for a few years back. Super hen, really nice and big, and for a lacewing it's probably an absolute cracker. And then same line, but hopefully cinnamon version. So nice and blowy, a bit smaller, slightly bit flecked. Cinnamon grey cock. He won Best in Show at the National 2 years ago. He's split lacewing. Really nice blowy bird. Not the biggest bird in the world, or maybe the best bird in the world, but in a show cage, it would just go straight in, sit on the perch all day. You can move it. So if you're a judge, or you're putting that between a bird that's slightly better and is being paid on the floor, this is always going to beat it. But he went on to breed quite a lot of lacewings for us. So we paired him to lacewing hens, onto cinnamon hens, and to normal hens. We've got a lot of lacewings. We put baths in the birds quite a lot. Twice, 3 times a week in the summer. In those flight cages, we put on 2 or 3 of these clip-on baths. All the birds are in them within minutes. They go mental, get absolutely soaked. Sometimes we put F10 in the water. Sometimes we put this salt in the water. Most of the time it's just plain water. Yeah, they tend to, they're quite clever. They all go down and drink out of it first, and then they bath in it, so they know what they're doing. And then, on warm days we'll change the water potentially later on. We take all the baths out at night. We just don't want them the next day drinking dirty water in effect. So yeah, once the bath's been in for a few hours, they can come out, so they've used them anyway. That's a typical breeding cages from yesterday. So in our breeding cage, anything that's missing is obviously a nest box, which goes up here. We've got just newspaper on the floor, block of rock salt at the back, sits there, grit, Murphy's Minerals go in the hoppers, and then this is a day's amount of seed plus like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of soft food. That goes in, and then every day that gets changed. The next day that most of it's gone, it's all been eaten, gets thrown away. New lot goes in every morning. And apart from that, that's all our birds have in the breeding cages. We did once mess around, or I did once mess around putting a load of eucalyptus leaves and branches and twigs in there. I thought it'd be a genius idea, give them something to do, because what happened, all the hens came out and started pissing around and left their eggs while they were doing that. So we don't do that anymore. They do get eucalyptus mixed in the herbs and the soft food, and that's what eucalyptus in. It's the birds in the breeding cages are not missing out. The birds in the flights get the same soft food. We feed it the same all year round. The only difference is in the summer, once we're not breeding, we take the 30 bit out.
You don't use cuttlefish or iodine blocks?
No, we haven't used them for years.
No?
No. The amount of calcium in cuttlefish is negotiable. If you watch a bird eating it, most of it ends up on the floor. So we put calcium lux in the soft food 3 times a week. The iodine is also in one of the ingredients in the soft food, so in effect they're getting it anyway. But you'll go to another function, they will feed iodine blocks and cuttlefish will be really successful, if not more so. So it's just what works for you. We haven't done cuttlefish for a long time. We medicate the birds quite often. So once a year, when we're not breeding, we do the whole lot with Megabac S for megabacteria. Key thing is for that, you need to blacken out the drinkers because it's light sensitive. We remove the water the day before or the evening before, and then medicate from first thing. And by doing that, you find the birds go straight for that water, and they get a good dose of that first. So we do Megabac S once a year. I think it's for 10 days, if I'm right. And then we do Ronavit S every 3 months, and that's the entire stud. The whole lot get it, breeding or not breeding, you get the whole lot. The theory behind it is then you don't miss birds that are in flights or breeding. You do the whole lot. We also treat every now and again for worms, because ivermectin doesn't kill all types of worms, it just kills some of them. So we do worms as a separate thing with doromycin. And then these are some of the things that we kind of have and use on a kind of semi-regular basis. So any ill birds we spot in the flight, first thing we do is catch them, check the vents. Normally they're full of crap, shag ducts. We remove a lot of feather, clean them up, spray them, rinse them off under the sink, spray them with F10 or Vanadine, something like that, to kind of clean it, disinfect it. And then the first thing we do is whack this terramycin paste straight down the neck. That's got something in it, it's an antibiotic, but it's got something in it that makes the birds feel like they're hungry, or it gives them the impression they're hungry, so that then they want to eat. And once you get a sick bird eating, you're kind of halfway there to recovering it. And then the next day, if it's still we'll stick some more of that down into the neck. It's only a tiny amount you need, but it's really good stuff. The other thing we put in the water for ill birds is this stuff called Guardian Angel. Years ago we used to put glucose in, which worked probably equally as well. And that just kind of gives them a bit of a boost. We do sometimes treat the odd ill bird with Triple C, which is a broad spectrum antibiotic, or Spectravit. Basically we look and think, oh, if it's a symptom we've seen before and you've been successful treating it with X, then you can go down that route. We can, or you can send off samples to vets to get them tested for different things, rather than throwing every kind of medication at them, because you just stress them out. We also bought this product for, somebody said it was good for like cysts and lumps and that kind of stuff. Whether it is or not, I don't really know. We've only used it 2 or 3 times.
And the terramycin paste, where do you get that from?
We did get it from Bird Pro company, Bird Pro off the internet. But one syringe of it lasts for years, because you only give them you only need a tiny bit of it. So this is a son off the Lutino I showed you before. So this is split Lutino and split lacewing. So we paired it back to lacewings. And this spangled cock. Which we bred. This was a quarter hind bird from Germany, mixed with ours. Super stylish lacewing, not the widest head in the world. Slightly flat, but nice cock. Lovely sky blue, so that was off a cobalt cock that we showed here last year. Grey cock. He's done really well for the breeding cage. We've never shown him. We've always had slightly better grey cocks, so he's never been to the show. But he breeds good, nice birds. Stylish, slender version of the last one, so it's a full brother to the last bird. Another son off the cobalt that was here last year. We paired him up yesterday to a normal light green baby hen. This bird's always molting. Last year we showed it quite a lot. This year it's molting quite a lot. That's another full brother and another full brother. These last two developed this feather thing here. So this one pushes its feathers out all the time. It's always like that. So we need to be careful with breeding from that to make sure it's not going through to the next generation. It would just be heartbreaking to breed a super bird with that problem. So lacewings are coming now. The heads are getting bigger. The birds are still getting bigger. The spots are getting bigger. This is the brother to the hen that bred probably our best birds this year. So he's a normal grey. So this is a cinnamon grey hen. Opening grey-green cock, 2 black to show, nice bird. He had 2 brothers that were equal, a blue and a light green. That's it. Oh, that's the light green. So that's a cleaner version. We showed that one quite a lot, but it would always get beat by our oak green, dark green cock. So we ended up just taking one or the other. The great cock. This one best in show for us at a couple of shows last year. Really nice.